Chapter 1. The Descent. I never planned to go that deep. It was supposed to be a short trip, a weekend adventure with my camera and curiosity. Just me, the hills, and the stories I'd heard from. Locals. Stories about the cave no one dared to enter. They said it had no name, no end. Some called it a scar in the earth. Others said it was alive. I laughed at that once. The entrance was hidden, behind fallen rocks and vines. I found it by accident. A dark opening, breathing cold air like a living thing. When I shined my flashlight, the beam disappeared into blackness. No hecho, no dips. Just void. Something about that silence drew me in. Maybe curiosity, maybe fate. Either way, I stepped inside. The temperature dropped immediately. Every breath turned white. The air smelled like wet metal. I followed a narrow passage, the walls slick with moisture. Each step echoed, but only once, no return sound. It was like the cave swallowed it whole. After a few meters, I lost sight of daylight. Only the beam of my flashlight remained. It felt like I was walking through time itself, and time didn't want me there. I stopped when I heard the first sound. Not an echo, a whisper, faint, distant, carried by the air. It didn't come from ahead. It came from everywhere. My name. I froze. I told myself it was imagination, sound bouncing strangely. But when I turned, the entrance was gone. Just solid rock. Panic tried to crawl up my throat. I forced myself to breathe, slow, careful. There had to be another way out. I marked the wall with chalk as I moved. Left, right, deeper. The air felt thicker the further I went, like walking underwater. My flashlight flickered once, then steadied. The beam caught something on the wall. Scratches. Dozens of them. Claw marks or hands. They covered the surface, overlapping like a desperate message. Some formed words, faint and uneven. Help! Go back. Don't follow the light. I stared at them until I forgot to. Breathe. Then, from behind me, came a sigh. Soft. Human. I spun around, flashlight shaking. No one. Just the sound of dripping water. The air pulsed once, as if the cave exhaled. The beam caught a shimmer on the floor. Something metallic. I knelt and picked it up. A ring. Old. Corroded. Engraved with strange markings. It was warm to the touch. Too warm. I pocketed it and kept walking. The tunnel widened into a chamber. Massive. The walls curved upward, vanishing into darkness. My light couldn't reach the ceiling. The ground was uneven, scattered with stones that looked placed. Circles, spirals, paths. It felt like standing inside a giant heartbeat. Each pulse shook the dust beneath my boots. Something alive was down here. Then I heard it again. The whisper. But this time it wasn't my name. It was a song. Low, wordless, humming through the walls. It made my bones vibrate. I followed it without thinking. The air grew colder. The light dimmer. The sound closer. The passage narrowed again, pressing against my shoulders. I crawled forward, the stone cold beneath my palms. Every few seconds, I felt vibrations through the floor, like footsteps far below. The air smelled stronger now, iron and earth. My flashlight flickered again, weaker this time. I hit it hard and it steadied. When it did, I wished it hadn't, because something stood at the end of the tunnel. At first, I thought it was a rock formation. Tall, thin, perfectly still. Then it moved. Slowly, its head tilted slightly, listening. It didn't have a face. Just smooth, dark skin like stone. Its limbs were too long, its fingers reaching the ground. I didn't breathe. It turned toward me. I shut off the flashlight instantly. Total darkness swallowed me. My heart pounded so loud I thought it would hear. Seconds passed like hours. No sound. Then movement. The sound of something dragging across stone. Closer. Slow. Deliberate. I crawled backward, trying not to make noise. My hand brushed something cold and sharp. A bone. Human, cracked and clean. My stomach turned. The dragging stopped. Then a voice. Not a whisper this time. A whisper inside my head. Why did you come? I froze again. It sounded almost sad. Almost human. I wanted to answer, but my mouth wouldn't move. The air around me trembled. The ground beneath me pulsed again. And for a moment I saw light. Not from my lamp, from beneath the floor. A faint golden glow through cracks in the stone. I reached for it. The voice said don't, but I did. The moment my fingers touched the glow, it surged upward. The entire tunnel lit up. The creature vanished in a flash. The air screamed. It wasn't wind, it was the cave itself. A deep, endless moan that shook the walls. Dust fell like rain. I stumbled backward, blinded by light. Then everything went black again, and the silence returned. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in the same tunnel anymore. The air was still. The ground was smooth. My chalk marks were gone. The only sound was my heartbeat, and another one beneath it. Fainter, slower, deeper, like something massive breathing below the earth. And then I realized the ring in my pocket was glowing. It was guiding me deeper. Chapter 2, The Echo Below. The ring glowed faintly in the dark, a soft pulse like a heartbeat. Each flicker matched the rhythm of the sound below me. I held it in my hand, feeling warmth spread through my fingers. It shouldn't have been warm. It shouldn't have been alive. But it was. When I turned my hand, the glow dimmed. When I faced it forward, the light grew stronger. It was pointing the way. I followed. The tunnel curved downward, spiraling into the earth. Every step echoed for a moment, then was swallowed by silence. The air grew denser, almost liquid. Breathing became harder. I could feel pressure in my skull, like the weight of the mountain above. Somewhere far away, water dripped rhythmically. But the rhythm was wrong. Too steady, too deliberate. Like a clock made of stone. After what felt like hours, the walls began to change. The smooth rock gave way to carvings. Ancient, deep, precise. Symbols I couldn't read, but somehow understood. Circles, eyes, hands, all pointing downward. Some of them moved when my light passed over them. Not like illusions, like they were alive. Their edges shimmered faintly, breathing. And beneath the carvings, words. They were written in English. Old, worn, scratched into the wall by trembling hands. Do not listen to the echoes. They are not yours. My heart pounded harder. The tunnel widened into another chamber. Massive, circular, lined with broken stone pillars. At the center stood something metallic. A door, or maybe a seal, embedded in the ground. The ring pulsed faster now, almost frantic. Whatever was behind that seal wanted me to open it. I knelt, brushing away layers of dust and soil. The metal was black, cold, covered in strange etchings. The air shimmered faintly above it, like heat rising from stone. I touched it, and the world shifted. For a moment, I wasn't in the cave anymore. I saw flashes, people in robes, chanting around this very spot. Their faces hidden by, masks carved from bone. The air thick with smoke and firelight. One of them held the ring. He placed it on the seal. Then light. A blinding, golden light that swallowed everything. Then silence. The vision ended as suddenly as it began. I fell back, gasping, the ring burning in my palm. Its glow dimmed again, almost disappointed. My flashlight flickered, then died completely. Darkness swallowed me whole. I stood still, breathing slowly. That's when I heard it again. A whisper from deep below. Not in English. Not human. The sound wasn't coming from one direction. It was inside the rock. It moved around me, circling, growing louder. I covered my ears, but it didn't stop. It was in my bones now, vibrating inside my ribs. The cave began to hum, a low, endless tone. The ring in my hand pulsed in rhythm with it. Then, through the hum, I heard something clearer. A voice. Soft. Familiar. It was my voice. It repeated the same phrase over and over. Keep going. Every word echoed with perfect clarity. Then another voice joined it. Lower. Colder. It said, or stay. The air vibrated violently. I dropped the ring. It hit the ground with a sharp metallic sound that rang forever. When the echo faded, I realized I wasn't alone anymore. There was breathing. Slow. Heavy. Behind me. I turned, trembling. A figure stood at the edge of my light. Tall. Still. Its shape was human, but wrong. Limbs too long. Neck bent at an unnatural angle. Its skin glowed faintly with the same golden light as the ring. It stared without eyes. And then it spoke. You found it. The voice echoed inside my skull. It didn't move its mouth. Its words came from everywhere, from the cave itself. I tried to speak, but no sound came out. The figure stepped closer. Each footfall echoed like a drumbeat. The ground trembled. "Do you hear it?" it asked. The heart beneath the stone. I didn't answer. It tilted its head, listening. Then it smiled, if that thing could smile. The glow inside its chest flickered like fire. "Good," it whispered. "Then you can help me wake it." Before I could react, it raised its hand. The light from its chest shot out, wrapping around me like smoke. The air burned, heavy with static. My mind filled with images again. The same chamber, but full of people. Hundreds of them, kneeling in circles, chanting. Their voices low, rhythmic, endless. In the center, the same seal. Pulsing, glowing alive. One by one, they pressed their hands to it. The light consumed them. Their bodies turned to dust. And the seal grew brighter. Then the vision shattered. I was back in the dark chamber. The figure was gone. The hum remained. Deeper now. Stronger. The seal beneath me began to crack. Lines of light spread across the floor. The air felt alive, pushing against my skin. Something was rising. I stumbled backward as the seal split open. Blinding light poured out. The sound grew. Deafening. A mix of wind, whispers, screams. I covered my ears, but it was inside me now. The cave shook violently. Rocks fell from above, shattering around me. Through the light, I saw shapes, shadows, moving in impossible ways. Some looked human. Others didn't. They were reaching upward. The ground gave way. I fell, tumbling through air and dust. The light followed me like a storm. When I landed, the impact knocked the breath from my lungs. I looked up. The hole above had closed. I was trapped. The light dimmed slowly, revealing a vast space below, larger than anything I'd ever seen. And at its center, something pulsed. A massive sphere of light, floating, breathing, alive. Its glow painted the stone walls in gold. And within it I saw faces. Dozens. Hundreds. Human faces, suspended in the light, whispering silently. Their eyes were open. Their mouths moved together, forming one word. "Stay." The same word carved on the walls above. I crawled backward, heart pounding. The ring glowed faintly again, rolling toward the sphere. It stopped at its edge, trembling. The whispers grew louder. My vision blurred. For a moment, I thought I saw my reflection in the sphere. But it wasn't me. It smiled when I didn't. And then it reached out from the light. A hand made of gold and smoke. I screamed, but no sound came out. The hand touched my chest. Cold. Burning. I felt my heartbeat slow. The world faded around me. The whispers stopped. Then, one last voice spoke, soft, gentle, familiar. It said my name. And then, "You can still leave." But when I opened my eyes, there was no exit anymore. Only tunnels leading deeper. The sphere dimmed behind me, humming softly. The air was still again. But the light inside my chest wouldn't fade. It pulsed, slow and steady, like a second heart. And I realized what the figure meant. I had woken it, and now it was part of me. And I was part of the cave. Chapter 3. The Veins of Stone. I don't know how long I've been down here. There's no time underground. No sunrise. No moon. Only the steady pulse in the dark. Sometimes it matches mine. Sometimes it doesn't. The air moves on its own now. Breathing. Whispering. Calling my name. Always my name. The glow in my chest has faded a little. It flickers when I breathe too fast. When I stop moving, I can feel it spreading. Tiny veins of light crawling under my skin. They move with purpose, like they're mapping me. Like the cave is trying to remember my shape. My body feels heavier every day. Or maybe lighter. I can't tell anymore. I only know the stone beneath me feels warm now. Sometimes I think I hear voices above me. But when I shout, the echoes come from below. They sound like people. Dozens of them, all whispering the same thing. We are still here. I follow the sound through narrow cracks and tunnels. The air gets thinner. The walls pulse faintly like veins. I can see it hums under my skin. And I hear words again. Old. Forgotten. They sound like prayers. But they're not in any language I know. Still, I understand them somehow. They say, "It needs more." More. What? I don't know. I don't want to know. But my body does. My hand won't let go of the wall. The veins of light crawl from the rock into my palm. It burns, but I can't move. Something inside me opens. The cave breathes through me, and I see everything. Visions flood my mind. I see the mountain from above, centuries ago. Villagers carrying torches, chanting as they descend. They bring offerings, gold, blood, names. They feed the cave to keep it sleeping. But one year they stop coming. The forest swallows their homes. The cave waits. For years. For centuries. Until I came. The vision shatters, leaving me gasping. The veins of light fade from the wall, retreating. My arm glows faintly where they entered. I try to scrub it off, but it doesn't fade. It's inside me now, flowing with my blood, whispering with every beat of my heart. Don't leave. I want to scream, but the sound comes out wrong. It echoes deeper than my throat, like the cave is speaking through me. The sound travels down the tunnels, endless and hollow. I cover my mouth, shaking. Then I hear footsteps. Slow, careful, not mine. They echo from the darkness. Ahead, I raise my flashlight. It barely works. The beam flickers weakly, trembling on the rocks. A shadow moves at the edge of the light. I whisper, "Who's there?" No answer, just breathing. Then something steps forward. A man, or what used to be one. His skin is gray, cracked like stone. Light runs beneath it, golden and faint. His eyes are hollow sockets, glowing dimly. He looks at me and smiles. "You came too," he says softly. His voice echoes strangely, as if layered with others. I waited for someone to follow. I stumble back, gripping the wall. He raises his hand. The same veins of light run through his arm. They told me I could leave, he whispers, but every step away brought me closer. He steps nearer. I can see his chest pulsing with light. It breathes through us, he says. We are the veins now. He reaches toward me. I back away, shaking my head. I can still leave, I say, though. I don't believe it. His cracked lips twitch. Into a smile. No one leaves, he murmurs. Only the cave exhales. The air grows colder. The ground begins to hum again. The light under my skin flares brighter. My pulse matches the sound below. The man tilts his head, listening. It's waking, he says. Then his body stiffens. Cracks split across his face. The light bursts out of him like fire. He doesn't scream. He just turns to dust, glowing faintly as it scatters. And the whisper returns. Keep breathing. The voice is inside my skull again. It's not angry, not kind, just endless. The walls ripple like waves of flesh. The air fills with golden dust. I can't tell where the floor ends and the ceiling begins. The tunnel reshapes itself with every blink. I run blindly, scraping my hands on sharp stone. Every path leads deeper. The ring in my pocket vibrates. It's still alive, still pulsing. When I pull out, it burns cold against my skin. The light from it forms symbols on the walls around me. Circles, spirals, the same ones from before. But now they move. They shift and rearrange into a single shape. An eye. The eye opens. A rush of air hits me like a wave. The ground beneath me splits apart, revealing another passage. This one isn't stone, it's flesh. Soft, wet, warm. The smell of iron fills my nose. The walls pulse in time with my heartbeat. I don't want to go in, but the ring pulls me forward. I crawl into the living tunnel. Every breath echoes back to me, distorted. Every heartbeat sounds like another step behind me. The deeper I crawl, the louder the whispers become. They overlap, hundreds of them, merging into one voice. You woke it. You feed it. You are it. My hands shake uncontrollably. The tunnel opens into another chamber. I fall forward, gasping for air. The walls here glow faintly red. At the center lies something massive. It looks like a heart, a giant golden heart carved from stone. But it moves. Each beat shakes the air. Golden veins stretch out from it, disappearing into the walls. They pulse in rhythm with my own. When it beats, my chest tightens. When it stops, I can't breathe. It's keeping me alive now. And it knows it. I take a step closer. The glow from my arm brightens. The veins on my skin connect with those on the ground. A bridge of light forms between us. I feel warmth flooding my body. It's not painful. It's peaceful. The heart pulses faster, louder. I hear faint laughter far away, or maybe crying. Then I see them. Figures embedded in the walls. Human shapes, half submerged in. Golden stone. Their faces peaceful, eyes closed, glowing faintly. I recognize one of them. The man who spoke to me. He's smiling. Whispers fill the air again. Join us. My knees tremble. I want to resist, but my body moves on its own. Every step forward feels lighter. The light from the heart grows stronger. It beats faster now, in sync with mine. I can feel my pulse merging with its rhythm. The ground beneath me softens. My reflection shimmers on the golden surface. It looks calm, too calm. Then it smiles. I close my eyes and scream. The sound doesn't echo this time. It's absorbed, consumed. The air vibrates violently, shaking the chamber. Dust falls from above, glowing faintly in the golden light. The heart pulses once more, louder than thunder. Then everything stops. No sound, no motion, just silence. When I open my eyes, the heart is dim again. The veins retract into the walls. The glow in my arm fades slowly. I fall to my knees, breathing hard. The whisper returns, softer this time. Not yet. I look around. The chamber is empty. The faces in the walls are gone. Only faint impressions remain, like they moved somewhere else. I realize then, the cave isn't trying to kill me. It's waiting for me to decide. Stay and become part of it, or leave and carry it within me. Either way, it wins. The tunnel behind me shifts open, again forming a way out. A thin breeze brushes my face. Fresh air, light, hope. I step toward it, shaking. Each step feels heavier than the last. The cave hums softly, as if watching. When I reach the tunnel's edge, I turn back one last time. The golden heart pulses faintly in the dark. A single whisper follows me. Don't forget to breathe. I smile weakly. I won't. I whisper back. Then I climb toward the light. Chapter 4. The light that remains. The air changes the moment I start climbing. It feels heavier. Every breath scrapes against my throat. The walls close in tighter with each step. The glow in my chest flickers weakly, like a dying ember. But I keep moving, one hand above the other, one heartbeat after the next. Every motion feels borrowed, like the cave is letting me go. Slowly, the tunnel twists for what feels like hours. Sometimes I think I'm going in circles, but the breeze ahead keeps me moving. Cold, real. It smells like the surface, like rain. My flashlight died long ago, but the faint light from my chest guides me. It glows soft gold now, less alive, more memory. I whisper to it, just a little longer, and for a moment, it answers with a gentle pulse. The sound of dripping water returns. This time it echoes properly. The cave no longer swallows a whole. The stone feels colder, harder. No more breathing, no more whispers, only silence. For the first time in days, or weeks, or years, I feel alone. It should be comforting, but it's not. I stop to rest and look behind me. The passage is dark, endless. Part of me expects to see the golden glow again, the heart pulsing somewhere deep below. But there's nothing, just stone and shadow. And for the first time, I realize the cave hasn't followed me. It's watching from afar, waiting. I whisper into the dark, "Thank you." The words echo faintly, soft and clean. No distortion, no voices, just me. The silence that follows feels like approval, or farewell. I keep climbing. The tunnel widens. Light seeps through the cracks ahead. My hands shake as I reach the top. The stone gives way to dirt. Roots hang from the ceiling like veins turned to wood. I pull myself up, gasping, and then I see it. Daylight, blinding. Pure. I crawl out onto the surface. The world feels unreal. The air is sharp, cold, alive. Wind rushes through the trees. Above, birds sing somewhere in the distance. It feels wrong. Too loud, too bright, too open. I lie there for a long time, staring at the sky. It looks the same, but I know it isn't. Everything feels thinner, lighter, like the world outside is only a layer of skin, and something deeper still breathes beneath it. I look down at my hands. The veins that once glowed gold are faint now, barely visible. But when I touch the earth, I feel a soft pulse. The same rhythm. Still there. Still waiting. I wonder if I ever really left. Or if the cave just changed its shape around me. The thought should terrify me, but it doesn't. I smile weakly. The light in my chest flickers one last time, then fades. I take a deep breath. It hurts, but it's real. Every inhale feels like pulling the world inside. Every exhale feels like letting it go. I stand slowly, legs trembling. The valley stretches far below. I don't recognize the landscape. The forest has grown wild, untamed. The air smells old, as if centuries have passed while I was beneath. I should be afraid. I should run, but I don't. Something inside whispers softly, "You're free now," and I believe it. I take a step forward. The ground is soft beneath my boots. The wind brushes my face gently. But when it passes my ears, I hear something faint. A hum, deep, slow, familiar. I freeze. It's the same sound that once came from below. The heartbeat of a cave. It never stopped. I close my eyes. It grows louder. Not frightening, comforting. Like the earth itself is breathing with me. Each beat syncs with my pulse. Each sound echoes in my bones. And in that rhythm, I hear the voices again. Faint, calm, not trapped, free. They whisper one last time. Thank you. The sound fades. With the wind, I open my eyes. The sky is brighter now. Clouds move slowly across the sun. Everything feels new, alive. I whisper back, rest now. Then I start walking. Every step feels lighter than the last. The mountain watches silently behind me. The cave's entrance is gone, covered in roots and soil like it never existed. But I can still feel it, beneath my feet, breathing, alive. It's not waiting anymore. It's sleeping. I know one day it will wake again. It always does. Maybe someone else will find it. Maybe they'll hear the same whispers I did. Maybe they'll make the same mistake. But maybe, just maybe, they'll listen. Maybe they'll turn back before it's too late. I hope they do. I really do. Because once it breathes you in, it never lets go. I stop at the edge of the forest. The trees sway gently. Sunlight filters through the leaves, painting gold across the ground. For a moment, it looks just like the light from below. Warm, endless. I touch my chest again. The skin there is cool. No glow, no pulse, only a faint scar, shaped like a ring. I smile. I survived. At least I think I did. The world feels thinner, softer, fragile. But it's still mine for now. I take another step, leaving the mountain behind. Each footfall echoes softly, almost like the cave is walking with me. But that's okay. We understand each other now. We share the same breath. The wind shifts, carrying the scent of rain. Thunder rolls far away. I look up at the darkening sky. Clouds move like waves across it. It feels familiar, almost like the ceiling of the cave. I close my eyes, listening. The heartbeat fades into the storm. Only my own remains. Steady, calm. For the first time, I'm not afraid of the dark. It's just another kind of light. Hidden, waiting. I walk into the rain, letting it wash the dust from my skin. The earth beneath me trembles once, softly. A final breath. A final goodbye. I whisper one last time. Thank you for letting me go. The wind carries the words away. And somewhere deep below, something exhales.